Is Iowa bourbon just as good as our favorites from Kentucky and Indiana? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. As you can see on the bar top, we have 2 bottles of bourbons from Cedar Ridge Distillery, and well, I cannot wait to get into these because, well, these are some really good bottles, and I can't thank Cedar Ridge enough for sending these my way. Before we get into the bottles, though, I just have to thank you guys so much for the love and support for the channel. By the time this video goes up, we'll probably have 4,900 subscribers, give or take a couple. So if you want to join the team and get your chance to win a bottle of Blanton's bourbon, make sure you drop that subscribe. If you enjoy the content, smash that like button, and let me know down in the comments below if you've had any Cedar Ridge offerings before, because, well, they are just darn delicious juice from Iowa. So without further ado, let's get into what bottles they sent my way. So on the left here, we have just their traditional straight bourbon whiskey small batch offering. This is an 86 proof bourbon, so if you're not a big proof hound, this one is definitely the one for you. Let me give you the rundown of everything that goes on here. We've got 74% Iowa corn, 14% rye, and 12% two-row malted barley. And this is going to be a blend of 2 to 4 year aged barrels. So I opened this up a couple of nights ago just to let this breathe, and the nose that comes off of just this bottle alone from an 86 proof? Yeah, 86 proof bottle of bourbon is absolutely mind-blowing. But on the right-hand side here, let me give you the rundown of this right here. This is their Cedar Ridge Barrel Proof number 3 char, coming in at 116 proof. And this is their batch number 4. Now, this is, again, 74% Iowa corn, 14% rye, 12% two-row malted barley, but this is a blend of 3 to 4 year aged barrels, so it has that older, younger aged bourbon in there, but this is also, like I said, with a number 3 charred barrel. So what we're going to do is we are going to nose and palate the small batch and then see what amplifies inside of the barrel proof bourbon. So without further ado, let's get into the nose of this beautiful Cedar Ridge Iowa bourbon. So off of the nose, I get apples and I get vanilla. The apples and vanilla is one of the most predominant notes that I get off of this nose immediately. I get a little bit of a birthday cake. It's very stone fruity. I get pears, and the apple is almost like it's a sour apple in a way. That is a really, really beautiful nose. I like this a lot. It's very approachable at 86 proof. There, you can dig your nose deep into that glass and find a lot of differences, because I'm getting a little bit of a lemon. There's this earthy quality that comes through on it too, but it's not, it's very subtle. It's very easy to come through. It's not very bold, and it's not something that's going to be off-putting, that earthiness. This nose is very, very nice. It's very easy. It's very pleasant. Appley. A lot of people are going to like this off of that nose. That is a really, really nice nose. It's got a touch of honey in there too. Enough of the nose. It's all about the drink. Let's get into it. Cheers to you. Palate comes over. It's very, very velvety. It's very silky coming over the tongue. Coats the entire tongue, coats the top and back of your palate, and brings you this really nice, overwhelming sweetness that comes through. You get a touch of that apple, but it's not the most prevalent note on there. I get a really, really nice, like birthday cake vanilla, like a icing that comes through on there, and it's really, really pleasant. That is so nice and easy to come through. I haven't had a lot of bourbons under 90 proof, and I really do think that, I mean, you've got Basil Hayden at 80 proof, you've got, what else? There's really not a lot of bourbons that I've personally had under 90 proof, and this being one of the first ones, this is a really, really nice sip, and I gotta give it to them. They did a really good job at this small batch at 86 proof. Almost has a lemon custard coming through on there as well. It's lemony, it's apple, it's a vanilla birthday cake. It's everything you want. It's super, super sweet and approachable and easy to drink for somebody who is possibly just getting into bourbon. So that is their small batch offering. That is what you are looking for, something that is easy to and approachable for somebody who's new to bourbon, or just looking for something that's easy to sip in a hot summer day, right? This is definitely one that is a really nice sipper for a very hot summer day. But without further ado, let's get into the Big Daddy over here. This is their barrel proof, and like I said, this is coming in at 116 proof, and I am very excited to get into this. Nose is definitely amplified from the small batch, obviously, right? That's going to be a given. But I get a lot of the same things. I'm getting that apple. I'm getting a touch of lemon. You're getting a little bit more char, obviously, because it's. I think that with that barrel proof, you get a little bit more of those charry notes that come from that barrel. You get a little bit more barrel pronounced notes from a barrel proof bourbon. I get a richer vanilla out of it, which is very, very nice. I'm getting a little bit more earthiness off of this. Like a little bit of a fresh cut grass almost. I get a touch of a cinnamon. It's a warmer cinnamon though. It smells like a caramelized sugar on there as well, which is most likely from that char. The ethanol is not very, very strong coming off of this. You can really dig into that nose and see everything that you can find in this bourbon. It's really nice. I'm getting berries off of it now, but those earthy, sweet, vanilla, rich caramel notes are coming off of it, and it's really nice. I'm getting there's a hint of a butterscotch on it as well. But enough of the nose. Let's get into the palate, and cheers to you. That is so pleasant. You take the rich velvetyness that the 86 proof had and bump it up to 100. You get a little bit more of that rye spice initially off of it, but it's only a 14% rye. And it's interesting how much that comes through, because it's really, really pleasant. And it's rich, it's thick, it's super velvety. It coats your entire palate. Finish is still going, but the rye spice kicks in really up front. You're getting that clove, that nutmeg, a little bit of that really dark, rich cinnamon that comes through. Really nice. Second sip there, I'm getting a lot more vanilla coming through. Really pleasant sip. Nothing there that is off-putting whatsoever. I'm getting a little bit more of that charry sweetness that comes through, that richer vanilla that comes through on those caramelized sugars, and really beautiful sip coming out of this bottle right here. Who knew that Iowa had really good bourbon? I didn't. I reached out to them, and they wanted to send these bottles my way to do a review, because I've never seen Cedar Ridge here in Jersey. I'm going to leave a link down below to their website so you can check it out, so you can see where this is possibly sold, if it's sold in your area or not. But these are definitely pickups in my opinion. Really nice bottles. That's just some really gosh darn good bourbon right there. And this 86 proofer, this is definitely one that I recommend to put on your shelf, not just for you, but for somebody who is newer to bourbon, wanting to experiment with drinking it neat or on the rocks. This is a really nice, easy, approachable drink for them. And if you get this one, you got to get this one along with it for yourself if you're a proof hound. I mean, it's really not that proofy at 116 proof, but nonetheless, you're getting everything that barrel had to offer. Nonetheless, both of these amazing pours. I will definitely recommend them for you to pick up, because I've had a lot of bourbons from other states, and I've had bourbons that were young and not good whatsoever. So I will stand by that, and I will definitely say that these are some of the best bourbons that I have had outside of Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, the big three, right? But nonetheless, highly recommend Cedar Ridge. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.